is the Malvern Bank Cash Money Dirt Late Model Series. They're ready to roll out onto the racetrack. Malvern Bank, the title sponsor of the Cash Money Series, along with Midwest Sheet Metal, KRC Racing Equipment, Powertrain Industries, Home by Roth, Extreme Friction Fighter. Just some of the sponsors, a big part of this Cash Money Series. Tonight it will be the Bud's Tire and Wheel A main for these Cash Money cars. Performance Bodies sponsors the move of the race. Pettyjohn Plastering and Construction sponsoring the rookie of the race. Midwest Sheet Metal, of course, one of the title sponsors of this group as well. Also thank to Bass Livestock Nutrition for the rookie of the year. And if you notice out on the racetrack, throughout the season, the leader of the points will be carrying the green spoiler, which signifies that that driver is the leader in the points. And the Bass Livestock Nutrition yellow, or make that orange splitter, is to the driver leading in the Rookie of the Year, the orange spoiler. AFCO Racing is the official shocks of the Cash Money Series. American Racer Tire, the official tires. Just a few of the sponsors: Yeoman Race Engines, Superior Steering Wheels, Show and Field Headers, Off-Axis Paint, Cowboy Kettle Corn, Race Logic Chassis School, Robbins Auto and RV Sales, Velocita USA, Greenwood Cycle, Mooneyham Auto Sales, Supermoon Graphics, Animal Performance Bodies, Show Me Dirt, 54 Productions, and J Moon Photography, and Pink Stick Bandit Media. Just some of the title sponsors of the Cash Money Series. And you know, race fans, every one of these race cars, almost every one of the race cars rolling around the Speedway tonight have multiple sponsors on them, as well as these sponsors who pick up the tab for these series. And race fans, support these folks. And if nothing else, if you don't have something to buy from some of these sponsors, at least go by and tell them you appreciate their sponsorship of racing in the Ozarks. Racing is heavily dependent upon sponsorship. Always has been, always will be. And we just want to thank all of our sponsors, whether they are a sponsor of a race car or a sponsor of a series. Be sure and do all you can to patronize these folks and let them know that you appreciate what they do for our sport here in the area. A few minutes ago, Justin Wells presenting last year's champion John Driscoll with the championship helmet. And a big accomplishment for that team in picking up that championship. It's going to be interesting, folks, to watch this Cash Money Series here in 2019. More drivers coming into this series, and a lot of folks that can get the job done. So it's going to be all about consistency and getting it done week in and week out. So keep your eye on this series all year long as they roll out onto the backstretch, getting ready for heat race number 1, presented by Clushman Racing Products out of Lockwood, Missouri. Leading them out is going to be Mike Bittner in car number 33. Don Cloyd, driver out of Fairgrove, Missouri, in the 30 car. On the inside of row number 2 will be Brandon Cheek in the 555. The 45 of Marvin Forrest to his outside. Michael Maggard in the 160M. And on his outside in car number 66, it'll be Hayden Ross. Matt Menzie in the familiar number 41 machine. Dustin Mooneyham, second-generation driver out of Aurora, Missouri. And then shotgun on the field is Mark Simon in car number 23, driver out of Dallas County. Working that top lane around the speedway right now, trying to get that loose stuff tightened up just a bit. All right, signal been given to the drivers to double them up. They'll go green here next lap, looks like. All right, it'll be the 1 to go when they come to the line, 1 to go when they come to the start-finish line. All right, we'll try one more time. A little miscommunication there. This will be the 1 to go signal given to Mike Bittner and Don Cloyd. All right, keep your eye on several cars, but how about Mark Simon starting shotgun on the field? You know he won't want to stay there very long, and he can get her done from the back. Keep an eye on him as well as the rest of the field as we go green, coming off turn number 4. Mike Bittner leads him down into turn number 1. Don Cloyd taking the top line around, but it's the 555. Brandon Cheek leading them into turns 3 and 4. Don Cloyd shooting it down to the bottom of the speedway. Here comes Michael Maggard on the bottom as well. Bittner holding on to second by about half a foot. Michael Maggard up into the 4th spot. As they head off down the backstretch now, Don Cloyd up into the 2 spot. Michael Maggard looking for more down on the bottom of the racetrack. He'll try to take away the 2 spot away from Cloyd. Not yet. Mark Simon making his way, and yet a little bit of a problem up there in turn number 2. So a couple of cars passed, and now has to do it again as he tries to regroup. Right now, everybody down at the bottom of the speedway, all the way back to Matt Menzie. And looks like caution coming out as we got debris out on the racetrack. It looks like a piece of sheet metal coming off one of the race cars. Did not see exactly who. Justin Wells over there to pick that up. And looks like a small piece of material. Maybe coming off one of the front splitters of one of those race cars. Well, as we mentioned, everybody working down at the bottom of the speedway, at least the top 5. Matt Menzie was working the top lane. We'll see how it shakes out as we get ready for the restart. All right, here we go. Getting them lined up. All right, we'll try it next time by. One more around is the signal given that time. All right, Brandon Cheek out in front, car 555, really looking strong in that green and blue machine. We'll see if he can hold off challenge from Don Cloyd and Michael Maggard as they come off turn number 4. Green back in the air. Once again, everybody's searching for the bottom of the speedway except for Michael Maggard. He's going up to the top side of the speedway trying to look for some momentum up on the up side of the track, and he's got it coming off turn number 2 up alongside the leader. Michael Maggard in the 160 car, another good run off the top of the racetrack in turn number 2. Sweeping around the outside of the Brandon Cheek machine, new leader Michael Maggard in the 160. Don Cloyd third. Hayden Ross in car number 66 also using the top lane around the speedway, trying to make his way up into the top 3. Now Don Cloyd going to the top of the racetrack. 2 to go that time by. Dustin Mooneyham making some big runs, has moved up into the number 5 spot, car number 20. Matt Menzie going in the wrong direction into 41 as a white is in the air. Menzie may have some issues with that 41 car. A lot of smoke coming out of the back of that machine. One final time coming off turn number 4. Battle down to the start finish line. Cheek has got to run, but it's going to be Michael Maggard, Brandon Cheek, Don Cloyd, and Hayden Ross, your top 4. Dustin Mooneyham coming home in a top 5 spot, so that's the way heat race number 1 winds up. Nice run there for Michael Maggard, strong in that 160 car. Heat race number 2 rolling out onto the racetrack, presented by Powertrain Industries. It's the Roman numeral number 3 of Miles Newman down on the inside of row number 1. On his outside, it'll be Jared Hilton in car number 11. On the inside of row number 2, it'll be Darren Chrysler in the familiar number 9. And on his outside, it'll be the number 1 out of Lebanon, Missouri, Tony Fincher. The 5X, the Collier Drugstore's number 5, that'll be Brad Green. On his outside, it'll be the 662 of Caden Campbell. Steve Holtzcamper in car 5H, Clay Julian in the 00. And starting shotgun on the field, it'll be the number 21 out of Carthage, Missouri. That'll be Jackie Dalton. So Jackie Dalton, in his very first Cash Money late model start, will start with a view of the entire field. We'll see if he can get her done. Well, it's interesting watching that heat race. Everybody was locked down to the bottom there at the beginning, and then after that restart, Michael Maggard remembers you got to pass them where they ain't and goes up to the top side of the speedway, really making that momentum work for that 160 car. Of course, Michael Maggard got a lot of laps around this Springfield Raceway, knows how to get her done. So we'll see how it shakes out here for heat race number 2. Miles Newman leads them in nice and easy, and now on the gas as they come off turn number 4, green in the air. Oh, trouble off at turn number 1. Wow, close call there for several drivers. As the 11 of Jared Hilton goes around, he started outside row number 1 and it turned it around in front of the entire field. Everybody doing a nice job getting around him. All right, so Jared Hilton will go to the back of the pack and we'll restart him just like we did before. All right, here we go. We'll do it one more time as Miles Newman, once again, will bring him in. Nice and slow. Keep your eye on that Steve Holtzcamper car. Starts deep in this field alongside Jackie Dalton. A lot of cars will not make the A main, so everybody's going to be charging hard here in the heat race, green in the air. Little 3 wide action coming off turn number 2. 66 car having a little bit of trouble there, that Caden Campbell machine. Off turn number 4, Miles Newman leads lap number 1. Newman out in front, pulling away from the field as Darren Chrysler up into the number 2 spot. And here comes Jackie Dalton. Oh, problems for Darren Chrysler. Darren Chrysler going around in car number 9. He'd moved up into the runner-up spot. Just a little bit deep into turn number 3. He'll go around, and tough break for Darren Chrysler as he'll go to the back of the pack as well. But I tell you what, how about that Jackie Dalton machine? Jackie Dalton on the charge had got up to 4th. Now he'll be 3rd in the Watson Metal Masters number 21. Tough break for Darren Chrysler, but I guess on the other hand, a good break as nobody runs into him, and we stay clean as far as the fenders go, as we've had a couple of close calls here in this heat race number 2. All right, getting them lined up, getting ready for the restart. Miles Newman has led them all so far. Looks strong out in front in that number 3 machine. Once again, leads them in nice and slow. Coming off turn number 4, green in the air. Down the backstretch, Newman still out in front with the 00 car of Clay Julian now into that number 2 spot. Jackie Dalton working down on the bottom of the speedway, trying to make his way around Tony Fincher. He'll get it done. Move Jackie Dalton up to 3rd. Dalton using the bottom side of the speedway, trying to move forward as we got a battle for the lead. The 00 car of Clay Julian trying to wrestle that top spot away from Miles Newman. They're dead even at the line. Jackie Dalton up to 3rd, trying to get up into this battle for the lead, but Julian, good strong run off the bottom of turn number 2, move him out in front. Jackie Dalton trying to make that bottom line work as well as they come off turn number 4. Dalton now alongside for the number 2 spot. Miles Newman washing up the racetrack over in turns 1 and 2. That opens the door for the 21 car. Jackie Dalton again down on the bottom through 3 and 4. Julian out in front, Jackie Dalton that time by only about 2 feet as Miles Newman getting a good run off turn 4 on the top side of the racetrack. Same song, second verse off 3 and 4. Battle for that 2 spots side by side. Dalton this time by 3/4 of a car length as we got caution again. This time it's for Tony Fincher, the driver out of Lebanon, Missouri, in car number 1. Not sure what's going on with the 1 car. Looks like he is under power. And looks like he will keep rolling at least for now. Steve Holtzkamper so far not able to get that 5 car up towards the front. We still have a few laps to go. It's a green-white checker as Tony Fincher is off the racetrack. Tough break for the Lebanon, Missouri pilot. Clay Julian, nice job out front in that 00 car. And now he'll have the crafty veteran Jackie Dalton on his back bumper. Darren Chrysler doing a nice job to recover and get that number 9 car back up into the 4 spot. We'll see if he can move up even more as we got a green-white checker. Coming off turn number 4, Clay Julian leads him in nice and slow. Flagman turns him loose. We're racing once again. Jackie Dalton immediately taking that 21 car up to the top of the speedway, trying to get a run down the backstretch. So far, about 2 car lengths separating the top 2. It'll be one final run off turn number 4 to the white flag. Clay Julian leads coming to the line. Jackie Dalton once again choosing the top lane around the racetrack. He'll try to get it done one final time off 4, but it'll be Clay Julian, Jackie Dalton, and how about Darren Chrysler? Darren Chrysler going up into the number 3 spot, so nice job, nice recovery for Darren Chrysler. Nice run there for Clay Julian, the 00, and Jackie Dalton, strong in the 21 car, started out back and comes home with the number 2 finish. All right, the next heat race rolling out, heat race number 3, leading them out. Second generation driver Cole Wells in car number 7. On his outside, it'll be the number 15 of Larry Campbell. Out of Lebanon, Missouri, driving car number 42. In the Darrell Capps Auto Sparks number 42, that's Brandon McCormick. On his outside, it'll be the 5G of Garrett Essery. Good to see Eric Maggard back behind the wheel here at the Springfield Raceway. You won't find anybody that drives it any harder than Eric Maggard. Keep your eye on that 31 car. He'll start in the inside of row number 3. And on his outside, Melvin Pitcher in car number 47. Aaron Scroggins in the 1/4 car. And on his outside, out of Republic, Missouri, driving the number 14 car, that's Brad Looney. Rounding out the field, it'll be Mike Anderson in the number 15 car. Brad Looney picking up the 100-lapper last season. What's he got tonight? He'll start deep in the field. Keep an eye on him as we come off turn number 4. Green flag in the air. Cole Wells bringing him in. Cole Wells sliding it through turns 1 and 2. A little bit of contact in turn number 2. Caution coming out early. All right, we'll get them straightened out. The good news is I believe everybody has minimal damage. Larry Campbell looks like got a little bit loose, and everybody trying to take advantage, moving up, and it just was not enough room for everybody. So the 15 car involved, the 47 of Pitcher involved, Melvin Pitcher. Pilcher doing a nice job of not getting any more damage than he did. Garrett Essery also very close to being involved in that, as well as Eric Maggard. So, bottom line is, could have been a whole lot worse, as we'll line them up and try one more time with Cole Wells out in front in car number 7. I believe Peyton Looney running tonight in the open late model down in Caney Valley, if I'm not mistaken. Brad Looney running right here close to home in the 14 car. Peyton Looney going to be a driver to keep an eye on in the late models, as he's doing a really nice job behind the wheel of that 15 car. Good, solid driver, and a fine young man as well. Right now, getting ready to go, lights off. And I believe it'll be the 1 to go signal this time. 1 to go, we'll turn them loose next time by. All right, here we go. Cole Wells will bring him in. Larry Campbell to his outside. McCormick and Essery in row number 2. Here we go off turn number 4. Green back in the air. Eric Maggard way down. Oh, we got another spinner. Melvin Pilcher in car number 47. Caution coming out. Well, having a little trouble getting heat race number 3 underway, as this time it's Melvin Pilcher going around in car number 47. We'll line him up, try her again. All right, the lights are off. We'll go green next time by. And the 15 car of Campbell not getting up into his spot. Not sure what's going on there, but all right, now we'll get her going this time by. All right, here we go. Cole Wells once again. I know he's ready to go. Everybody fired up and ready as we come off turn number 4. Green flag in the air. Cole Wells sticking it down to the bottom of the speedway. Campbell also going to the bottom, and he's got a run coming off turn number 2. We're 3 wide back in the pack. Oh, no. Caution coming out. And Larry Campbell right up over the top of the quarter car of Aaron Scroggins. That's make that the 15 of Mike Anderson, that is. Mike Anderson 15 over the top of Aaron Scroggins' 1/4 machine. And now the good news, looks like Aaron Scroggins, no suspension damage, just some body damage on that 1/4 machine. Some sheet metal damage up on the front and on the rear for the Aaron Scroggins machine. All right, we'll get them lined up and refired. Aaron Scroggins going to get a little help from the turn 3 body shop over there. All right. Struggling just a bit here. And I believe we've got absolutely no laps completed as of right now. So we're going to try her again. Heat race number 4 already in the staging area, ready to roll. All right, here we go, getting ready for the start of heat race number 3. Brandon McCormick out of Lebanon, Missouri, starts inside road number 2. Keep your eye on the veteran there. As they come off turn number 4, let's get them going, boys. All 4 green in the air. So far, so good is Brad Looney on the charge in car number 14. He'll try to sweep around the outside. Now dives it down to the bottom. Takes a look underneath the 15 car. And now has got a run on the 42 of Brandon McCormick. Brad Looney wasting no time, taking that 14 car up into the number 2 spot. He'll try to chase down Cole. Well, problems for Brandon McCormick. McCormick going around over in turn number 3, so we're caution again. Wow, how about Brad Looney on the charge? Looked like he was going to sweep around the top side of turns 3 and 4, but about the middle of turn 3, diamond that 14 car down to the bottom and got a huge run. And he is up to the number 2 spot, right up on the back bumper of Cole Wells. Eric Maggard, I believe, will restart in the number 4 spot. All right, we'll get them refired here in just a moment, as soon as we get them lined up in their spots. All right, a little bit of yellow fever going on here in heat race number 3, as Brandon McCormick is going to get some help from the push truck. Not sure what's going on with that 42 car. But a tough break for the veteran out of Lebanon, Missouri. And so far, still not able to refire that 42 machine. And looks like Eric Maggard may be headed to the pit area. Daggone, tough break for Eric Maggard, car number 31. Hate to see that out of that hard charger, but we'll see him in a B main after a while, I'm sure. First night out for a lot of these race cars, I'm sure. Still trying to work some bugs out. Hard to say what's going on with the 31. Could be a number of things, maybe an overheating issue even. But Eric Maggard out of this heat race. All right, looks like Brandon McCormick, that is. Brandon McCormick able to refire, and looks like he's planning on staying on the racetrack, as he will tag onto the back. And just as I say that, there he goes to the pit area. So obviously some issues for Brandon McCormick. Well, the B mains are going to shape up to be pretty interesting, as already some pretty good race cars are going to have to qualify in through that B main. Maggard and McCormick, just 2 of them. Here we go, coming off turn number 4 down to the bottom of the speedway. Under the green flag is Cole Wells. Brad Looney wasting no time going to the top of the racetrack in car number 14. Got a good run going off turn number 2. He opens the door for the 15 machine, and Larry Campbell trying to regroup and get up into that lead spot. Looks like Brad Looney would like the bottom of the racetrack, but you got to pass them where they ain't. And now Looney with a nice run through the center of the speedway out in front. Brad Looney off to the races, as it were, is already several car length lead, and we've got a caution again in turns 1 and 2. Well, still more problems here in heat race number 3. Garrett S03 trying to refire the 5 car. Melvin Pilcher involved as well. Did not see that take place, so not sure exactly what happened. And it looks like Garrett S03 able to refire the 5 car. Melvin Pilcher going to need a little bit of help from the push truck. So S03 tagging on to the back of the pack. Oh! Well, Garrett S03 back to the pit area, and he, of course, will be through for the night. All right, well, this one's been kind of wild so far, and we're not done yet. Short track racing at its best. So we'll keep rolling. Mike Anderson at the back of the pack, car number 15. Aaron Scroggins up into the 4th spot. Larry Campbell in the 3 spot. Cole Wells, and then Brad Looney out in front. All right, here we go, coming off turn number 4. Green in the air. Brad Looney out in front, pulling away from the field once again. He's got a good hot rod tonight. Out in front, smooth around the bottom of the speedway. Cole Wells getting some pressure now from Larry Campbell as they go 2nd and 3rd. Campbell trying to hook the bottom of the speedway just a little bit lower than Cole Wells, and Wells maybe have left the door open just a little bit going into turns 3 and 4, but so far so good for Cole Wells trying to hold off the Larry Campbell machine. White flag off turn number 4 for your leader, Brad Looney. That battle for second really looking strong for Larry Campbell, able to move past the Colwell machine. Out front, it's Brad Looney, and come to line, Campbell by about 3 feet. Colwell's third. Well, began to think heat race number 3 might turn into a fuel mileage race, but we got her done. As Brad Looney strong out of the gate, and he is going to be one that's going to be hard to handle tonight. As heat race number 4 rolling out onto the racetrack, it's Jay Ryerson in car number 71. On the inside, it'll be Sean Eggerman in car number 99. First time out in a late model, keep your eye on Jerry Langton in car number 35, and on his outside, Chris Hawkins in the USA 1. That USA 1 car looked really good in the hot laps earlier tonight. Kylan Garner in car number 15, and on his outside, car number 88. Your champion from 2018, carrying the Midwest sheet metal green spoiler on the back of his car, that's John Driscoll. Brandon Hunter in the 1/4 machine, and Brandon Maggard in the B31. So they'll get the 1 to go signal this time by. We'll turn them loose next time by. Heat race number 4. All right, everybody lined up nose to tail right behind Sean Eggerman. Sean Eggman leads him in nice and slow as he'll be looking for the green flag coming off turn number 4. Coming off the banking of turn number 4, green is in the air. Eggman with a good run off turn number 2 leads him down the back stretches. We got a 3-wide battle for the runner-up spot. Langton drives it in deep into turn number 3, cranks it around. He'll hold on to the 2 spot for now, but Driscoll is on the charge. Langton trying to get that 35 car herded up the speedway, and right now able to hold on to second, but Driscoll is going to be right up on his back bumper as they go into turns 1 and 2. Langton now going up to the high side of the speedway, got a good run, but opens the door for Driscoll as we got caution on the speedway. Caution coming out for Brandon Hunter, goes around coming off turn number 2. Heat race number 4 brought to you by Extreme Friction Fighter. As the 1/4 car will loop it around and head to the tail of the field. Sean Eggman has been out front so far with Jerry Langton running in the 2 spot. But as we mentioned, John Driscoll on the charge in car number 88. It looks like we got a little bit of debris over here in turn number 4. And it looks like some sort of piece of metal. All right, they will be coming to the start-finish line. Should get the 1 to go. All right, coming off turn number 4, it will be green this time with Sean Eggman out in front. John Driscoll alongside Jerry Langton's number 35. Ryerson in car number 71. And a little bit of discussion over there about position. Maybe someone signaling some debris over in the backstretch area. Well, with a lot of pieces and parts coming off, kind of makes you wonder. And so far, I don't believe the safety crew has found anything. We'll see here. All right, we'll try it this time with Sean Eggman out in front. Brandon Hunter taking his spot at the back of the pack after that spin over in turn number 2. We'll see if he can regroup and get that 1/4 car moving a little bit forward. 8 cars out on the racetrack with Sean Eggman leading them to the line. He's leading them in at a snail's pace. They come off turn number 4, picking it up just a little bit. Green in the air. 3 by 3 as they came across the start-finish line. Now into the lead goes your champion from 2018, John Driscoll, out in front, car number 88, 3 wide for second. Jerry Langton hooking up the top side, just over the top though in car number 35. Loops it around. Caution gonna come out. Jerry Langton was using the top side of the speedway trying to make his way around the racetrack with that momentum. But unfortunately, a little bit off the top of the berm and into that concrete over there, just barely making contact. Jerry should be in good shape. Well, and we have a wreck under caution coming to the start-finish line, so we'll see if we can get them lined up here. All right, now I believe we got it. All right, it will be a single file restart this time. John Driscoll out in front. Brandon Maggard may have something to say about it before this one's over. Looked like that 31 car really strong. Sean Eggman back to the 3 spot. Brandon Hunter 4th. Ryerson 5th. Driscoll leads them in. Once again, real slow. All right, we'll try one more time. Everybody a little eager over there in turn number 4. Kylan Garner so far still back in the pack a little bit. Keep an eye on that 15 car. A lot of laps around the Springfield Raceway for that young man. All right, bringing him in once again. We'll see if we can get him green. And once again, a very, very ragged start. As we come off turns 3 and 4, so far green across the start-finish line. Chris Hawkins mired back in traffic back there trying to get around Sean Eggman. John make that Jerry Langton also trying to make up some ground. Langton using the top side of the speedway. Getting squeezed just a little again by the 99 car. Tight racing back there trying to go 3 wide. Brandon Hunter on the charge after the caution flag, moving up to second and then takes out the 31. Brandon Maggard off the top of the banking over in turn number 3 at a high rate of speed. And good to see the 31 car coming up over the banking. And really hate to see a car go over the top of the banking at that much speed. You just never know what can happen when they get over there on the dark side. So Brandon Maggard, big round of applause from the race fans. We appreciate that. All right, John Driscoll out in front. And looks like Brandon Hunter will stay in the second spot. Chris Hawkins doing a nice job. He is up to third in the number 1 car. Kylan Garner in fourth, and Jerry Langton up into fifth. Jerry doing a nice job up there in that top lane. Just needs some green flag laps, and so far haven't been able to put very many together. All right. We'll go green next time by. Coming off turn number 4, they'll be looking for the green, and here we go. Nice, good start this time. Green in the air. Driscoll taking him down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Off turn number 4, checkers in the air for John Driscoll. Brandon Hunter will finish up in second. Nice recovery there for Jerry Langton.